Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm giving you guys the following update on the 2006 Ford Fusion. I've been giving you guys the following updates on any of the things that I'll be doing. Well, first and foremost, if you're new to the channel, again, like I keep saying, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, and also the notification bell so you can also keep getting the following updates on this procedure, on the recommended, criterias, things like that you need, so you could be already safe for, say, your first purchase, your first buy, things like that. So we're gonna get right into it. Today, I'm gonna give you the five following tips on the things that you must look out for when you first purchase a vehicle and how to go about it so you can be already safe. And so you gotta get your inspection done, your emission test done. These are the criterias, these are the steps that you need to go about getting this done. All right. So first and foremost, we're gonna go ahead and use a scan tool. Use a scan tool. I think you guys seen mine before. It still works like a champ. Give you the main check engine light read. What is the main thing that's going on with the car and things like that. So anyway, I'm gonna go back into it. You need a scan tool. If you don't have a scan tool, you can go right down to AutoZone. You could go to O'Reilly's or wherever, get a free diagnostic, and run that. And you know exactly what's your first step on having your car be road ready. Now, obviously, grab the keys. So, you put the key in ignition. Okay. Once you do so, you go down here under your driver's side. It's always going to be located on the driver's side of the vehicle. Yeah, always. And it might be tucked away. Most cars, you can see here, this is your OBD2. Give you a better point of view. This is OBD2 right here. You know, the older model vehicles from like 1993 and older has OBD1. So you just want to go ahead and just plug that in there. Then you get this to light up. Always have your ignition open. And let's see what it says here. This car, when I got it, had no check engine, but I'm just doing a following up to make sure that nothing that I missed is needed. So there you go. Emission related engine DTCs, no powertrain DTCs or freeze. Frame data is presently stored in the vehicle's computer. So there's nothing needed for the car. All right. You go back, unplug it, and obviously, like I said, ignition is open. I'm gonna give it a quick start just to show you that the check engine light is not even on. Now, that's step one. Phase number two. Phase number two. So, as you can see, as you can see, first step, do a check engine read, because that automatically just eliminate all of your problems for you to be like, okay, what is wrong with the car? You don't know the history behind the previous ownerships, things like that. But there is ways, obviously, for you to get, like, get a history report on the vehicle, things like that. But if you're not gonna go too in depth, or if the previous owner or whatever may have not told you what was going on with the vehicle, then that's your first step to go about that, to know where you stand, and you can just literally directly just face that problem, and then you can always detour and do the following things that's needed for you to be safe for road ready. So two, you want to obviously check your engine fluid. So the engine fluid is obviously right here. Some vehicles is located here. The newer model technology vehicles is in the computerized system inside the car, where you can go ahead and gauge, and you go to the vehicle systems, you go to engine oil, you do all those fanciness. But on a vehicle like this 2006 Ford, the engine dipstick is located right here. You pull this and you check the oil. The oil is obviously black, right? So that'll be a second thing to do, is do an oil flush. Recommended is SAE 5W20, right? I'm gonna pull that because as you can see, I have the fluid that's needed to do a repair. I'm gonna give you guys a rundown of what to do. You gotta go underneath the car and drain the fluid, the oil fluid, engine oil. And after you do so, you gotta do the oil filter, which is underneath the car as well, which we'll go in there in a second, and I'll show you guys exactly where that's located. All right. Okay, quick tip. Like I said again, SAE 5W20. That's what we got here. We got Valvoline, which is a great brand. They're used in NASCAR racing, high performance vehicles. So they're a great quality brand. A lot of you are probably familiar with that type of oil. The vehicle has over 75,000 miles, unfortunately, but that's not a problem. First year is decent miles on there. So you want to go with a higher mileage. Once your vehicle is past 75,000, you want to go with higher mileage. Okay. The next thing now we have here is obviously your oil drain. Your oil drain. So you drain the oil in here, obviously, so you can hold up 7 quarts. You can get that anywhere. AutoZone, Rite Aid, Rite Aid, AutoZone, Walmart, things like that. And then you need a filter. All right. So for this vehicle, the filter part number is 3614. It could be mobile, it could be all different type of brands, STP, whatever the case may be. So I grab this frame here. Okay. But that note, you want to go ahead and, like I said again, is drain the oil before doing so. All right. Grab this running board and underneath like this thing. Okay. So this is how underneath the vehicle is looking. It's always good too to do like a leak detect test in a way. Make sure any gaskets is not leaking. It's a little bit damp. It's not too wet. And here it's pretty dry for the most part. The vehicle been sitting here for about 2-3 days prior. So it's definitely dry in here. So you want to check for any broken bushings, axle boots, things like that. Like I said again, when I seen this, I was like, this is definitely a great purchase. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those overlook afterwards. But anyway, so you want to pull this filter here, and then you want to pull that 13-14 millimeter bolt. This is the side of the engine. This is the engine oil pan, and this side here, don't get it confused, this is for the transmission side. So I'm gonna go ahead, I already have the oil drain right here set under for the bolt, oil pan pump. I'm gonna go ahead and get me the millimeter side socket and drain that out now. All right, 14. Don't remember exactly the size off the top of my head, so I'm gonna grab both sizes. Not 13. 14 or 15. Where's my 15? Cool. See how black that is? While that's being in the process of being drained out, let's go ahead and start pulling this oil filter here. I usually have the right sizing. This is very old, but see here, 42, 21, and this one here. They both don't fit it. This one here is for when I used to have Honda motors that I messed with, which I have them there. And then this one here was when I have the S4 German cars, German Hondas, no American. Don't worry, blue hand pliers is here. This also can work as well if you're not familiar. This is adjustable pliers here. You adjust, and you get the right size and to pull any filter. Trust me, I've been doing this for years. So you have it set like this. You adjust it to the size you need. You can also face it this way, but due to my spacing, I'm limited. So I face it this way, and just as a little turn is like that. But I'm gonna wait 1 second before I continue to make a mess, like which I fortunately did right there. Didn't have the drain plug, the drain lined up to the oil plan right here, so all that oil got spilt out, which is no good, but it's okay. I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna be paving this over, so it's cool. With that note, let me go ahead and I like to let all the oil drain out. Sometimes what you could do as well, you can let it drain out, drain the filter, and then pour a little bit of fresh fluid, which is what I mean by that to indicate is the fresh engine oil, just to drain out any debris and get all of that old oil out of your engine block. So that's another technique you can be aware of if you want to give it a shot. Trust and believe, been doing this for years. And there you go. So just about on this last. Alright. Go. Let's give a little hand time for a second while I put this. Hopefully we'll line it up this time, which that note. Yeah, that's very, very black. Like I said again, this would be like my first priority on any vehicle you buy, new, old, unless if it's like brand new off a dealership, like then you know for sure you have coverage. But any secondhand owned vehicle for sure, definitely change oil. You want to be like, yeah, I just put fresh oil in the car. Yeah, okay, there's proof, evidence, right there. I just received this like 3-4 days ago. Didn't drive this thing anywhere, and that's the living proof of the type of oil that you get from secondhand owners.